Hello everyone.
Hi there, this is Lo.
This is Stef.
And we are
Slango, living the language. So first of all, welcome back.
Yeah,
yes.
Welcome back. Absolutely.
And
we are ready for this new episode of the video podcast. Yeah, so let's start.
On this podcast, we're going to take you on a journey through different languages and cultures.
Because language is life and Slango is living the language.
But
So, what are we talking about today?
let's find it out.
Okay. So, as you may have seen from the title here on YouTube, we are going to talk about languages
Exactly.
that we speak, that we use, when and how.
exactly when and how we use them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, first of all, very first question, Steph, which languages do you speak?
Right. So I speak Italian.
We try.
We try. We try hard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do speak English. I speak French. I do speak now a bit of Portuguese as well.
Ela fala um pouco do português.
Eu falo português um pouquinho.
Pouquinho.
Um pouquinho.
Okay.
And you?
Fair. I speak Italian, I hope. English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, and a little bit of German. Well, I have almost forgot it all.
Okay.
That's a shame. And very, 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 very little Korean.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm learning it, but very slowly. Yeah, exactly. But I'm quite sure that you don't use the same languages in the same situations or also with the same, purposes, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there a language that you use most, or it depends?
So-
it depends on something.
I would say it depends on the situation and it depends what I want to express. But for example, when I want to express something very serious or something that it is related to how I feel, that's English.
Oh, okay.
It's English for me. Yeah. And
What about the French?
French, I use it a lot when I have to insult
Well, okay.
someone or not.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes I put like little words when I speak. Maybe I use Italian. I say my sentence and then up I say something. You see, up. I say something in French, like to finish the sentence. They know exactly. Yeah.
To the calm.
Yeah, to the calm. So it's like calm down or like putain fais chier. This is like it comes out so naturally.
Also, my students know that now.
Yeah,
That's so
but it's
funny.
like really it depends.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, okay. Well, I mainly use Italian, of course, but I use English when I want to also feel more professional and clear
Right. Okay.
when I'm explaining something. So that's the way it makes me feel, and I really like it. And sometimes I insult in Chinese. There are very specific insults that is,
Right.
that is,
Like what?
I'm gonna kill you, like,
That's very nice.
or son of a,
Right.
yeah, I would say that in Chinese. Also because it's faster, for me,
Okay.
that's
That's interesting.
Or Japanese, like,
Okay.
Bakayero. Yeah.
Don't you think that are there different levels of like I don't know? Because I remember that you told me that when you insult in Japanese, it's something a bit like I don't know, not maybe less aggressive than Italian.
Yeah, it sounds less
Or-
aggressive,
yeah.
but the way it is perceived on the other on the other, let's say, part from your recipient. It's very interesting because it's perceived in a very, very, very let's say strong way.
Okay.
To insult someone, you can just use the verb not in the right level of politeness.
Oh right. Okay.
And
so
that would be disrespectful.
Okay.
So just starting from that,
Yeah.
getting to bad words is the highest way, even if they don't have that many bad words.
Okay. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what else? I use Spanish when I want to feel like more lively and
Right.
yeah, and German make me feel very, let's say, I don't know how to express it, like really on point, or precise.
Okay.
Like I'm very present on the moment, and I'm I don't know, efficient also.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a very well organized language where all the parts go to their place in the sentence, and you have to respect the rules, and also and that's reflects how I feel when I use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
Italian,
does.
of course, when I want to be absolutely chill or informal. Yeah,
Italian, I see it,
For
the
sure.
language of heart. It comes, I feel it, it comes from there, like right there, from my heart. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. And regarding that, not only Italian, so I also want to ask you about dialects, because we have this thing in
Yeah.
Italy, so there are also dialects.
yeah.
What's your relationship with dialects?
So dialect comes out. So dialect from the north, okay, comes out when I drive.
Okay.
When I drive and when I have to express the idea, like the "Are you kidding me?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that comes out in dialect.
Okay.
Yeah. Only those two things, I guess, and then that's it.
Okay. Yeah. But why did you say from the north?
Because my parents.
Let's explain.
Yeah.
your
Sorry,
thing.
guys. Because my parents are from the south.
Okay.
Okay, so my dad used to speak in Sicilian accent, dialect, sorry. But then, of course, I got the dialect from the north, but I don't speak any of them, all right?
Okay.
Because then we used to speak Italian, right? But there are just a few things that dialect helps me expressing
Yeah.
this sort of, I don't know, anger or unsatisfaction or whatever.
Yeah, it's very satisfying to use dialect in certain situations.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm jealous and I want to say like, keep your hands off my boyfriend, like, je lui manda la fruta. Express it very well.
It does.
Even if it's not my, let's say, native dialect, well, I really love it.
Yeah. And what about dreams?
Well, it depends. So I need to be very, very exposed to the language.
Right.
So I mostly dream in Italian, sometimes in English.
Right, okay.
And well, while I was studying Chinese, I remember also, say, dreaming in Chinese. And yeah, that's it. It depends on how exposed I am to the language.
Yeah, it makes
But
sense.
now it's, let's say, I'm either dreaming in Italian or English maybe.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, it's interesting what you just said, because actually when because have lived so many years outside Italy, and of course when you are more exposed to the language of the country, it's easier, of course, to dream in that language. But definitely English and Italian. But recently I had a dream where I used English, Italian and French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the first
Cool.
time that French was in my dream. In fact, I was like, all right. what is going on?
I see.
Yeah. And taking notes. How creative are you?
Very, very good. I tend to switch languages, so I can start in Italian, then something in English or something in Spanish. Mainly these three. Well, these two: English, Italian, and English, or sometimes a few words maybe in Spanish or other languages. I don't take notes in Chinese or Japanese.
Right.
I write them if I have to, say, take notes for my students.
Right. Okay.
Chinese or Japanese, just to make it clear for them, but not for myself because I'm not like say fast anymore, and maybe I forgot how to write certain words. So
okay.
I don't feel that comfortable in taking notes in those languages. But yeah, that's it. I'll say there's always a language switch.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's like Italian and English. That's it. Yeah, when I take notes, or also like because I'm a digital nomad and I have a journal, and also my journal, it depends on my mood. So sometimes I only write in English, sometimes in Italian, sometimes it's just a mix. But it could be just a sentence, a whole sentence in Italian with just 1 or 2 words in English in it.
Okay.
So there's this flow, you're there, you're writing, and whatever it comes out, it's
like our conversation.
Exactly.
We're starting like, yeah, absolutely.
People are so confused when they hear it. But because like here in Italy, of course they do understand that we are Italian.
And expect that to speak Italian.
But then we switch into English, and then some words.
We start in English and then we switch back to Italian. I love it. That's our way to talk.
And because you love it so much, because you love singing.
Yeah, I do.
What's your singing language?
Italian people, please do not hate me. I prefer singing in English.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because I love, let's say, international divas. So
okay.
So I love the kind of allure that English provides. Yeah.
Okay.
So I prefer singing in English. Yeah.
No, for me, it's crazy, but it's Italian. But for the same reason,
that's relatable. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. But because when you are abroad, and you kind of connect to music, so singing in your own language for me is just like feeling home. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
So for me, singing, the language is Italian.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different because I'm based here in Europe.
Yeah,
sure.
So when I hear people, and maybe you are with a group of Italians, and you start like, do you remember this song, and you started like singing it together, then it's like, it's a moment of like, I'm home, I'm back home.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. And I was thinking also, but do you also switch languages with your friends? Do you have friends that you... I'm just asking. I didn't know the answer.
Yeah. So with just some friends, I would just use Italian. Okay. But because I know they wouldn't get the English or the French word, but I have really to be focused to do this, honestly. But if I know that the person in front of me understands either English or French, so I go with the flow.
Yeah.
So Italian with some words in English and then some other in French. So and with my international friends, it depends on the language. But for example, with my friend Adela, that's like that is like, I don't know, it's beautiful.
I love her when she says, okay, I'm multilingual. I'm proficient in all the languages.
Exactly. Yeah.
Adela, we love you.
Exactly. Yeah, so with her it's Italian, French, Spanish and English.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's the mix of the 4 languages. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. I'm really jealous about it because I can only do that with very, very, very few people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, your cousin, my boyfriend, where we switch between Italian, English, and Spanish as well. So, well, that's cool.
Yeah. But you see, for example, with Mauro,
Yeah.
like when I was abroad, the language was Italian, but because I knew that no one could understand me.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and when I got back to Italy, I was like, I have to switch language. It was so weird for me because, like, when I was in Palermo, everyone could understand me. So I was like, damn it, I need to change language. Yeah. And when I would speak in English with them.
Okay, interesting.
So it could be also interesting the fact that you choose a language so that the other people cannot understand you.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
I will leave you guys, of course.
you know that I'm here eager to go into that part.
So grammar points.
Okay, I will make it so easy, guys. So, as you heard from us, we used a lot when and if to refer to different situations. So when you have to set a scene or a situation that you're referring to, you can use when. So when I am happy or when I talk to my friend, I use this or that. Or if to express a certain condition. And you can go with the present tense as well.
Exactly. So very easy.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. But if there's any, like, because we were talking quite going with the flow.
Absolutely.
So please, if there's some vocabulary or some words that you didn't understand here, just comment here below.
Yeah.
And we are going to be very happy to explain you or to give you synonyms, for example.
Exactly, and absolutely let us know in the comments which languages you use and also to do what.
Exactly.
Which situation you use them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. We thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Yay.
And we hope to see you again in the next episode for sure.
Yeah. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Bye.
Bye.